These, I mean, there's some very slender sabers there.
Yeah.
You got to wonder. I mean, at least the second and third from the right on the right photograph look like they're so slender.
Very.
That you could wonder if they could maintain a cutting edge on them.
I think maybe they were used for like dwelling sabers, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it could. Oh yeah, well, that would make perfect sense.
I think so.
Because dueling is well, dueling or even practice, like in a proper fencing school.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, close-ups.
Yeah,
they're nice. Look at the engraving on the blades.
Yeah,
like stunning.
Yeah, we had this before. We talked about them.
Mm.
Okay, I put here, this is from Antigua, Armas Antiguas. There is a website in Spain, Madrid, which sells weapons. I did it on purpose. And this is from a very, very good knife maker in Canary Island. On Canary Island, he made this traditional method, and it's a cuchillo canario. And these are Albacete knives. This is also Albacete knife, right? This from Antigua, Armas Antiguas is a website, as I said, Armas Antiguas. If you put it in the Google, you will find it. So I put this, you can see that. This one, right? Okay, these are Albacete knives, type 1, double-edged, type 2. This is also considered type 2. But you see that this has a quillen and a very substantial blade. After a while, this developed into this in Albacete. It's also made in Albacete, right? You see that? And then the blade changed a bit in that area. Look at the blade. And now look at this and compare it to a Canary Island knife. You see that, Bede?
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities there. Yes. I mean, the step away from cross guards to that more, I think of it more like a chef's knife rather than a dagger. You've still got, your hand's not going to slip onto the blade because of the step.
If you hold a cuchillo canario, and cuchillo canario, there are 2 or 3 accounts where they were used in a fight. But because in Canary Islands, cuchillo canario, this one is super expensive floral design, right? These are made as cultural heritage items. They're very proud of that. And they always say it's not for fighting. Although I need to say, this blade, I handled that. First of all, it's solid blade. It is that sharp. I'm not exaggerating. All of them, you can shave yourself.
Yeah.
And then I asked them, why is it so sharp? I said, for cutting fruit. And they said, what kind of fruit do you guys cut? And then, no, if you go to banana trees, you want to cut them. Okay, for that.
Oh, big cutting. Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense.
Bede, I tell you, these are such solid and sharp knives. Okay, meat. It's a pity with such a handle to do that, but they are cutters. They can, you put a tomato. This one, for example, and it's not the one. All of those things which I filmed, you see it on our channel. You put a tomato, and you go like this, without like this, goes through the tomato. That sharp are these things, because sharpness for cuchillo canario is one of the most important indicators. And then comes to the handle. So once you see a really traditional made cuchillo canario, everyone concentrates on handle. They have excellent blades.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable blades they have.
This makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, people often see decorative handles or decorative scabbards and think, that's the design features, when the blade is actually more important, but it might look much plainer.
Yeah.
Um, I've got a funny story about a knife doing something you wouldn't expect a knife to do. Uh, I was given, I think I was given this by a Russian friend, uh, a truce from Manchuria, which he picked up when he was a boy in Manchuria, and it was lovely. But the blade was maybe 6 millimeters thick at the back. And I'm thinking, why is this blade so sturdy? So one day I was idly fiddling around with some macadamia nuts in their shell, because I was taking the nuts out of the shell and then turning them into whistling arrowheads, because macadamia nuts are really hard. You can shoot them into a target and the nut won't break.
Wow.
So I put one of the nuts down on the table and got the knife, just held it like that and went, click, and it took the nut perfectly open, no damage to the edge at all. And I'd never seen any. I didn't think that was going to happen. I was just being silly. And the two halves of the nut went flying off into the distance.
Yeah.
And I use that. I know my friend who gave it to me used to use it as a utility knife when he went hunting and things like that. I mean, it was a proper antique and beautifully made. But it was so strong.
Yeah.
And this is what all of the again, I've had more experience of Argentinian knives, and all of the gaucho knives I've seen have this characteristic of a really strong blade with a really hard steel with a really sharp edge, because they were butchering cattle with them. They had to be strong.
Yes. And
I
this
was in a
and
sorry.
okay, just that butchering cattle, that reminded me. Some of the cuchillo canarios also used for butchering. Now I remember that.
Yeah.
They told me. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, in cultures where there's well, for instance, goats. We were talking about goats before. Goats are very edible. I mean, you can raise goats for milk and make cheese and everything like that. That's a very good thing to do with a goat. But you can eat them too, and they taste rather interesting. I like certain goat
I mean, I don't
flavors.
know if I ever tried goat. Do they taste like sheep?
No, they've got a distinct. Actually, today I bought some goat and rosemary sausages to try
Oh, okay.
from a butcher I know is very good with their sausages,
So
and
what
I've
does
never
it
had goat
taste? What
sausage.
does the goat meat
Well,
taste? I
regular
never
goat
tried.
tastes like a bit like mutton, which is older
Oh,
sheep,
like mutton. Okay. I tried mutton.
rather than lamb. Uh, but it depends. Like one of the butchers up in the suburb I live in sells two types of goat for making curries, because goats are famous for curries. So one type of goat is bone in and skin on. So you have pieces of goat and they've got the skin with the hair shaved off,
Mm.
and a piece of bone. And the other ones were just meat and bone, because the bone gives the richness to the curry or the
Mm.
stew if you're making a stew.
Yes. Yes.
But the skin, if you cook it properly, gives a like a crackling,
Mm.
and that can be really good too. I tried them both out. To me, it it's the taste of the dish rather than the taste of the individual meat in it. Because I've eaten camel and crocodile. I had alligator when I was in America, and people say, "Oh, what does it taste like?" And the standard joke is it tastes like chicken. Um, but chicken is a dinosaur, so it's not quite the same. But it's like birds all taste different. Taste different from chickens, taste different from turkeys. And to kind of generalize and say,
Does
well,
goat have a
goats are
special smell to it when you cook it? The meat?
I didn't notice.
No. Okay.
Not a smell. I could clearly taste it was different.
Taste was different.
I'll
Okay.
have to when I cook these sausages in a couple of days. I'll let you know how it
Is
turns
it like a
out.
dark meat or
No,
dark,
this is very light coloured.
a light
The
color? Okay.
shelf is pinky red. Uh, but the sausages are very light coloured, so
Light.
I don't know. They've got a kind of pink streak through them. They're quite pretty. uh, if you find sausages pretty. So I'm really interested to try it because I've been trying to buy some of these for the last
Yes.
2 months, and every time I'd walk past this butcher, there'd be lamb and rosemary sausages.
Yeah.
Sorry, goat and rosemary sausages, and I walk past and I'll go back, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
So I finally asked him, "Am I dreaming it? Are they really goat and rosemary sausages, or am I seeing goat cheese and rosemary sausages, and I'm dropping the cheese out?" And he said, "Oh no, we make goat and rosemary sausages. Just sell out really quickly." So I don't know.
Take a
Maybe
look
they're
at
really
this,
good.
Pete.
Sorry.
Look at these guns.
Oh, not so flintlocks now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a little. They're like mini blunderbusses.
Yes. Look at them.
Oh, they're all in that class. There was a matchlock or two there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They have everything there in this museum.
Yeah.
Everything.
So that's Michelet lock.
Yeah.
There's a matchlock on the bottom. I think a Michelet or a dog lock on the top.
Yeah.
So I'm not an expert or even
Yeah.
really familiar with firearms, but you do kind of notice things.
Yes.
Um,
Look at these ones, please. Beautiful.
yeah. I noticed that this is really strange. The one in the middle, number.
Oh,
I'm having trouble reading the number.
let me just show it.
On
This
the
one.
right-hand picture, the
Yeah.
one in the middle,
Yeah.
does it have a ball support for aiming
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
and a particularly like the stock is meant to be held up against the cheek
Absolutely.
again for aiming. So that's really quite unusual with a flared barrel like that. You'd think, oh, it was like a shotgun kind of thing.
It looks like a trumpet.
Yeah, but this is all set up for careful aiming. The one at the top,
Yeah,
looks just like it's got a Michelet lock.
Yeah.
It's like a very short carbine.
Yeah.
But the that one there in the middle, that's a really unusual. I mean, even the one at the bottom, the matchlock one, has a very odd shaped stock. Looks to me like it's been restocked.
Yeah, could be
at some stage.
Yeah,
because the back and top part of the stock looks different from the other.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. The next one you went to, that looks really nice.
Look at these.
Number 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Turkish style.
Yeah. They have so many beautiful items there.
Yeah.
It is simply
Absolutely
unbelievable what this museum has.
I have no great desire to shoot guns because I find them very loud compared to a bow. I have shot a flintlock, and I have shot a percussion lock rifle, muzzle loading rifle, which was a real pain, in the company of licensed shooters and closely supervised in case I did something stupid. And the older guns I find less loud and they're kind of more woof than that. Maybe I've just got delicate ears, but see, that's beautifully made. But I would like to shoot one of those old Turkish guns just to maybe the next time in Turkey, somebody will invite me out.
Pete, look at these ones.
So pepper pots and early, are they Webleys?
Revolvers, yes. They're revolvers. Yeah. Look at them.
Yeah. So that's the whole kind of history. The pepper pots are the ones with the multiple barrels.
Yes, multiple.
And then you've got various types of revolvers.
It's beautiful for doing. Look at this. Definitely. And I didn't take pictures of all, right? Of some of them. Please take a look at me. How many items they have?
Oh,
look. If you want to do research.
Aside from the military tradition and the dueling tradition, there was a big hunting tradition. It still is in Spain, I think. I don't think that's ever gone out of style.
Look at how this one is so small. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe these are the ones you took on the coach when you were frightened you were going to be held up.
Yeah, look at these.
I've shot Olympic pistols. Yeah. Again, not my own. been at a range and people have shown me how to shoot them and things. But I find pistols difficult to aim. When I was in America, my friends took me to a couple of pistol ranges, and I even really smooth shooting ones with very smooth operating triggers and that. I compared to shooting with a bow where you can actually see the arrow, shooting with a pistol, there's just a hole suddenly appeared, and I had my mind didn't relate the two things together properly.
We have more here.
Rifles are easy, but pistols I find quite difficult.
Look at these, more pistols.
Oh yeah,
Look at them.
it's double barreled.
Double
One
barrel.
at the top, yeah.
Yeah, double barrel.
So it's got a flintlock facing up and the flintlock facing down. I assume the whole thing rotates around. Otherwise, the powder would fall out.
Yes, very
The
beautiful.
priming powder, I mean.
And now look at these ones.
Oh, yes.
God, so many items there.
Mm.
So many items. And the museum personnel, they're very nice people. Really nice.
Well, I mean, that adds to the enjoyment of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, as I say, I'm not a gun person. I never owned a gun, never want to own a gun. But it doesn't mean you can't appreciate the craftsmanship and the precision. And this is the same thing that I say to people that, oh, well, this is a really nice arrow, and look at the arrowhead and look at how it's made. And people say, oh, yeah, arrowhead. But it's the same thing. Really well made gun. It's particularly, it has two qualities. One is its engineering. So it can be beautifully engineered. And the other one is its design. So engineering tells you whether it's going to be a good gun to shoot. And the quality of the engineering tells you how many times you can shoot it without something going wrong.
Yeah.
But the design, I'm thinking particularly of those long guns on the right hand with their different shaped stocks and all that kind of stuff. The design can make it really quite elegant too.
Yeah, absolutely.
They look kind of North African to me.
Yeah,
but not all of them. Yeah,
they have some of them as well here. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and take a look at these ones. So you will like them. Look, Pete.
Oh yeah.
Slender barrel.
Yeah, long slender barrels like that. This is going back to that point number one. Engineering. The engineering to make a long slender barrel that did not explode.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with long slender barrels on muzzle loaders is actually keeping them clean. So 2 or 3 shots, you might have real problems.
Yeah.
When you see people that are out shooting historical weapons like this, and you see how much care they put into it and how much work they do to make sure it works every time. We think of factory made stuff. See, these are, well, that's a work of art. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of silver. That is really good looking.
Really pieces of art.
But also, I'm looking at even the other guns. They all have, like Giselle type guns or whatever, with the inlay on the wooden stocks, or that one below the silver one, with its really weird shaped stock.
It looks like one of those Tuareg items, right?
All right, because the lock is like an Indian toreador.
Yeah.
Well, what there is there, because not the whole lock is there.
Okay.
Everyone needs
an artillery engineer, Nima, my son, showing you a cannon. Artillery engineer Nima, Sergeant Nima.
Well, kids like cannons. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So look at this one.
Oh, this is a proper sword and belt and sabotage.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah. Sabotages are such interesting things. They started out as regular pouches, and then the straps got longer and longer and longer. Yeah. But behind that beautiful embroidered thing is a proper leather pouch.
Yeah.
which
That's right.
you'd have a notebook and a pencil and all kinds of stuff in.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they
Solid
are.
blade.
I think the thing that gets me is you've got the sword was worn lower and lower too,
Mhm.
because it became more and more fashionable
Yeah.
and less practical. Because
Yes.
those swords were worn so low, you had to bend over to get to the hand.
Yeah.
I assume that the design was so that it could be worn on horseback and it was out of the way. It's nice.
Yes.
Is that a
Yeah, they showed, also have different,
mortar? Yeah,
yes.
or a howitzer? I don't know. There's a nice solid sword too.
Yeah. They have, I mean, just look how many items they have there.
No, this is
And
really
also
nice.
many of these swords belong to generals, so they have their own names, right? Attribution.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. See,
They're
this is it.
important.
It's you don't want to lose contact with the
Yeah.
history of the individual item. You want to know who owned it. See
Bede,
that
look at these
that
swords.
sword's yeah, that's really nice. It's a backsword, I suppose you call it,
Yeah,
or a very
Spanish
straight
steel.
saber.
Beautiful,
But
huh?
with
Yeah.
that kind of the cross guard is quite well developed for parrying with,
Yeah.
but it's not overly protective.
No.
But it does. I mean, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Again, I think people that were interested in historical fencing would find these really, really interesting.
Yeah.
That pistol is quite interesting too. It seems to have a exposed Michelet type lock as well.
Yes.
I say that without knowing for sure.
Okay, that one, that one. Sorry,
Yeah,
it is not the Spanish. I have this. This is a sword with a scabbard for cavalry, line cavalry from United Kingdom, used from 1796, right?
yeah.
So, exactly.
I would, from the blade, I'd say that, but I think the hilt is Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, not the grip. The grip is British,
The grip is
but I
British.
think I would say it's
The
been
hilt looks very
re-engineered.
Spanish. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I agree
I
with you.
mean, somebody who's an expert on British 19th century swords,
Yeah.
it would be very interesting to see what
Please
they
take a
think
look
that
at
is.
this. I love this sword. Whatever it is a beautiful one.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, it looks like a British heavy cavalry sword.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. See, there are people out there that actually know these things.
You see that?
I'm just remembering what other people have said, not actually having any knowledge myself. But see, yeah, well, very well made blade.
Yeah. Very solid one.
Mm.
Yeah. So here you can take a look at this bead as well.
A diorama of a battle.
Yes. They have many
Yeah.
of them in this museum. Many.
A lot of people like these kind of things.
Yeah. And very
Um,
detailed bead. All
oh
those
yeah,
soldiers
yeah.
are small but have faces, different facial expressions. Yeah.
I remember somebody lent me a book,
Look, Pete, look.
maybe 45 years ago, and it was by a British general in the late 19th century, and it explained essentially wargaming, developed to work out. See, this is showing the layout of a real battle, but
Yeah.
to work out how troops could be moved around in certain areas and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of being a depiction of something that happened, it was used to predict how people are going to react or what's going to happen. It was interesting. I um I actually wanted to read the book because it had a whole section about mountain cavalry, which I was
So,
interested at the time. But the part on war games is really good.
okay, this says Un pueblo por la libertad. People for freedom. This was this uprising of Spanish against Napoleon. And there
Yeah.
were also some exhibition on that.
Did
So,
they say that
mm,
his campaigns in Spain cost almost as much as the Russian campaign?
yes.
in terms of the number of lives lost and the expenditure
Fierce
to keep it
Spanish
sold.
resistance. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Fierce.
I mean, it was
Okay, Levi's again here.
yeah. Well, yes, a small boy for scale.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So they go to number three, and so also they also have
Oh
extensive
yeah.
collections of medals, on uniforms, which I didn't take many pictures, but I wanted to show that this museum has lots of items. You need, I mean, long time to see
Yeah.
everything, right?
This is a 5-day museum, I think. You need at least 5 days to go through everything
Yeah, of
carefully.
course, you cannot just see everything in one day.
Yeah.
Impossible. Impossible.
Yeah.
So you see, these are very beautiful items. Also, you can show it to this one here as well. Look at an amount of information there, right?
Mm.
Look, beat.
Ah.
Yeah. Look, personal
Oh
swords,
yes.
attributed, with names, medals, everything. These
That's
they have
amazing.
many things, and as you can see it here, for example, I just wanted to show you as much as possible, our
Oh,
viewers.
desks belonging to.
Yeah,
I mean, generals and higher officers often had whole suites of furniture that travel with them. And you needed a desk if you were planning stuff out and writing lots of things, orders and whatnot.
These
Is
look
that
here. These are
yeah,
original, huh? They put it and
yeah.
mounted them so you can see how they fought. Look, right?
Wow.
Look at this. This is original remounted here in the museum for them, right? Look at this.
Hmm.
Look, Pete.
See, that's a good thing to do so people can get up close.
Yeah. Okay, again, Nima is showing you how to defend yourself in this castle.
Okay.
I know, yeah, another sword, right? Saber, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Uniforms.
That looks like a quite nimble. So a whole heap of uniforms here.
Yeah, lots of uniforms. I didn't, helmets, uniforms, all of them described very well by the museum. Let us just take a look at it here. So if we can take a look. Also,
Oh yeah.
look. Amazing,
Now
isn't
this is
it?
yeah. It's like an encyclopedia of the
Yeah,
19th century military uniform.
look,
Oh,
look,
medals and
yeah,
awards and all that kind of thing.
look at how many things they have, Pete. It's unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, yeah. No, like it seems to be an excellent museum.
Excellent, really.
And these are good displays too. You can
Yeah,
really see things. I really like museums that show swords out of their scabbards next to the scabbard,
yes,
so
absolutely.
you can see the blade. I mean, I understand sometimes things are in their scabbard because there's a bit of rust and they don't want to show the rust, or they've actually rusted it into the scabbard.
Yeah,
Or in the case of me, when I bought a sword once, the person had put so much grease on the blade to stop it from rusting that it is stuck into the scabbard, and it took us half an hour to get it out.
yes.
It didn't. The blade wasn't damaged and the scabbard wasn't damaged, but it was a real pain. So
Take a look at
I'm
this.
imagining museum collections where there's so much stuff.
Bede, you can tell how well maintained this museum is, right? And they have
Mm.
all the for controlling the humidity and everything, or temperature.
Yeah, yeah. Again, this is what you really want to see. I mean, people say, "Oh, what's going to happen to a sword? It will rust." I've got things that I put down on a table, and particularly carbon steel swords and knife blades. You put them on a table, you come back a day later, and they've already got spots of rust on
Yeah, yeah, they do.
them. So it's.
Bede,
I
you
mean,
have
you've got
seen
to
that
you've
as
got
well.
to.
Even stainless steel, after a while,
Oh
starts to
yeah.
rust.
Well, yeah. Stainless steel is susceptible to certain other metals being close to it, and then you get weird reactions.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it's. And I mean, we're used to using.
This is again my.
Oh, saddles. Sorry, I saw saddles. My brain suddenly went saddles. There's a
Yes.
little boy in the way.
Yes, my son is in
So
front of it. And also machine gun. He loves this.
yeah, of course, all little boys like things like that.
Yes. And now we move on to
But
the modern times, right? So they have also very extensive collection on World War One and Two. as you can see it here. So, I mean, I didn't take many pictures because it's not an area of interest. I'm very interested from Bronze Age to the 19th century up to the 19. I'm not interested in world wars that much, but I just put
Yeah,
some.
well, industrial warfare is a bit depressing. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is very depressing. It
you
really
have
gets
just
to
as
me. Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
there's
You're
just
right.
as many brave people and just as many smart people and stupid people. But the problem is
Yeah,
that it's so anonymous. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
and so many people get killed.
yeah. So
I mean,
I
in the
just put
old
it.
days, most people in a war died from disease, not from being
Yeah.
stabbed or shot.
So I just put some
But,
of them for our viewers here who might be
oh yeah,
interested.
well, bear in mind, there's a lot of people interested in the First and Second World War.
Yeah,
So to
yeah,
find a whole museum full of things that may
yeah,
not be that common elsewhere
yeah,
would make them very happy. We've got to
yeah.
remember that there's a fairly wide range of people that would be drawn into something like this.
Yes,
There'd be the people interested in ethnographic weapons, the people interested in
yeah,
European weapons, the people interested in
yes,
the decoration of weapons, the
yes,
artwork.
yes,
Plus, you got all the people that actually make knives and swords who want to see good
yes.
examples.
So it says,
Again,
hmm?
I was going to say again, if you are a sword maker or a knife maker or whatever, go to museums and look at the real thing
Yeah, absolutely.
because you learn a lot more from a three-dimensional object than you can learn from a set of diagrams.
So
And
it's
if you're
soldados
very nice,
alemanes,
yeah,
German
they'll let you
soldiers.
have the bag.
Yes,
Yeah.
German soldiers.
Mm. So Holstein daggers there, hand grenade.
Yes, and many items they have here.
Oh,
And now they have from North Africa as well. I mean, Spanish are
yeah,
everywhere. Right? Just
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. That's that beautiful North African leather work
Yes, yeah. Again, my son,
and more dioramas.
he's
Ah,
small soldiers. He loves them,
hey, again, little boys. This is what you see.
Yes,
Oh, I like. So we've got pack saddles and riding saddles.
yeah.
The
Nice,
middle
huh?
one's yeah, mule saddle. The middle one, I think. I'm not sure what we've got at the other end. It looks like a donkey saddle or something,
Yes.
but a riding saddle at the.
So they have also an extensive collection on phalange, as they say in Spanish, phalange, the Spanish phalange. They have also
Mhm.
extensive collection of that time.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So, I mean, I just didn't. It's exactly as I said. In industrial warfare, I'm not interested in, but I just put some
yeah, yeah,
pictures here anyhow.
yeah. I think
Also
well, a lot of
relates from that area as well, or era. I mean, sorry. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm afraid that there's
And then
those things are
colonial
a little bit.
Spain, as also these are
Oh
from
yeah,
colonial Spain. These are maybe
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Machete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, guns and bayonets. The kind of 19th century stuff on the right is also very attractive.
Yeah. Well,
All the things that people wore on their epaulets and whatnot.
and
Uh,
then you can go on top of the museum, which is a castle, and have a
mhm.
view on the harbor. It's very beautiful, really.
Yeah. Well, it's
You can
it's
see it
it's a
here.
very extensive view.
Yeah. And this castle, how they defended, I mean, back in the island. So you can go and see that, the defense positions. It's such a
Mm.
big, magnificent museum. Ah, and then this one again, one of those swords I love is here. You see that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so nice.
Very
To
nice.
check out whether
Let me
because
show it to you, Pete. Take a look
yeah,
at it. Look.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the
that's a very
wiring
nice.
came off. You see that?
Oh well, yeah, yeah. Maybe parts of the hilt have dissolved
Yeah.
too.
But look,
Oh,
again,
that's a
stainless
nice
steel.
blade.
Yeah.
See, you could cut and thrust with that quite
Yes.
well.
Exactly.
And the concha is the shell-shaped guard, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
For the king, it's written on it in Spanish for the king.
Ah,
So,
and there's
yeah,
a nice Mauryan helmet
yeah, very nice.
with embossed. I mean, they've raised the pattern in the steel, which is hard work.
Yeah. Look at this,
I
Pete. You
mean,
would be interested. Look, I love these Morgan helmets. Look.
yeah, yeah. That's. Well, apparently they were really effective because they gave you good vision, good hearing, because of the comb and the shape of they were good at deflecting blades if somebody hit you on the head with something. So they're actually quite sophisticated, even though they look a bit, you know,
They look a bit weird, yeah.
they look a bit weird.
Look at this one, pistol.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice ones. No,
Is that?
very nice ones.
Yeah, that's an interesting design. Again, does the barrel unscrew or something there, or is that
Yeah,
just a transition in shape?
yeah.
See, it's there's so many things people use from a design point of view that it's sometimes hard to make out why they did it.
Look
So
at
we've
these
got a
people.
statue of a saint, and we've got there some kind of oil lamp things,
I think
or
these were
box.
hand grenades, the very early ones, right?
Yeah, could well be,
Yeah, I think so. If I
or
remember,
or very early Molotov cocktail type weapons
that's what
where
I
you
meant.
fill them
Exactly.
with
Not hand
combustible,
grenades,
set
like a
them on fire, and
burning.
they broke, and then yeah,
Yes, that's it.
incendiary devices.
Yes, incendiary device. And now, talking about hand grenades, they have a very
Oh,
extensive collection of hand grenades. Unbelievable. They have everything in this museum, you know?
it is really spectacular when you think about it.
Yeah, it's spectacular. They have everything in this museum. Multi floors, different floors. You can go and see everything in from each
Mm.
period you're interested in. So,
Yeah, well, this is it. It's the kind of museum that somebody will find something they're interested in.
yeah. So you see that it's here also, you know, this
Yeah,
modern
very modern
machine
stuff too.
guns. Those guys were, as you said, there are people who are interested in World War One and Two. They can find extensive materials here.
Yeah, yeah, this looks exceptionally well thought out.
Unbelievable. What you can find here also coding.
Switchboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They have everything. They unbelievable if you want to do research in this area. Uh,
yeah, this is it.
yeah, yeah. Against chemical weapons, they have from that
Oh
time.
yeah, because First World War there was a lot of
Yeah.
poison
Very
gases and
sad.
things used.
When I watch these things, it makes me really sad. But yeah, well, that's it, you know.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's not the kind of thing that
Yeah, yeah, it's really
yeah,
saddening
it's
to
kind
see.
of the abstract interest in weapons and how they were used. It's not the same as enjoying
Yeah,
the horrible things that people do to each other.
horrible. Yeah, of course, really horrible. So you see, there are different types, and also again, you know, they have different scenarios where you can see battlefields, and you know, there's so many things, Pete. Unbelievable.
It seems to be really well thought out. I mean, you can have a big collection and display it, but this seems to be well thought out in an educational sense that you learn about what's going on and where things come
Yes.
from.
It's a very old excavated one as well, Dagger, from this island area.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
they have this.
that it looked like an early eared dagger. So I
Exactly.
know that the Spanish and the
Yeah.
um, Italians used to sell them to Moroccans
Yes.
because the Moroccans like the design, and I think maybe some of the designs were developed in southern Spain, Andalusia, and places like that.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
oh, that looks a bit dangerous.
Yes. Really. Yeah. Look at these things, please.
Oh, and then the flags and
Yeah.
banners.
Look at
Banners
these.
rather than flags.
Yeah. And of course, oh, look at this one. Whoa, that's a solid
Yeah, that's
color.
what that caught my eye straight away. Oh yeah, you fire that in. Oh, it's got a swivel, so it was mounted on a wall or a ship side or something like that.
And
This
also,
is an early breech loading version.
yes, right.
Same kind of thing. It's mounted on a swivel on the side of a ship or a
Yeah.
castle wall or something. Except this one's breech loading, so you can load it without taking it off or turning it all the way around.
Look,
Yeah, I think
there's that one
yeah,
again. Do you remember? We talked like a
yeah, this is
incendiary
definitely an
device. Yeah.
incendiary weapon of
Yeah.
some sort.
Yeah. And this is anti-air gun. It goes up
Yeah.
and the gun is on the roof. So these things, went up and
So this is an ammunition elevator kind of thing for
yes,
taking the ammunition up to the gun on the roof.
yes,
Because
exactly.
these things fire so quick.
Yeah. So you see, unbelievable whatever they have. Look at these.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
No, look again. My son is there. Okay, this was the. I mean, look, the European collection. We just saw a small part of it. Not that you think it was everything. You see how huge this museum is. So,
No, it's spectacular. It's spectacular.
yeah.
And it seems to be really well thought out as well. I mean, again, as I was saying, you can have a big collection, you can just put it all on the wall, but they seem to be kind of trying to show you how they were used. Here's a diorama of how a battle was fought in the time these weapons were used, all this kind of thing.
And they
I think
get
that's,
better budget because their Ministry of Defense and Army of Spain take care of it,
yeah.
so they can dedicate more budget to them than Ministry of Culture there. So that's also something which,
Yeah, well, I think that's a good thing. You don't want to forget the past, and you don't want to forget how tough and nasty things were back then. I mean,
when
it's
you come to this area or modern era of them and look at all these nasty weapons, then all of a sudden
yeah,
you realize, because now we are always interested in these artistic elements from earlier periods, but it leaves such a bitter taste in your mouth, right? When you,
yeah. Well, I mean, the industrialization of weapons, most of the good design is inside where you can't see it, like the mechanisms for automatically reloading and all this kind of stuff is brilliant design.
yes,
But unless you're a gunsmith or a really dedicated collector, you don't take them completely apart to see how they work. But
yeah,
that's the only way you can realize the beauty in modern weapons is what's inside.
yes,
Um,
yeah.
uh, I mean, there are very few that are actually beautiful on the outside. They have an industrial beauty, but it's not the same.
So we go to African collection.